What to do? Can y'all hear me? Can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. Can you hear me? Yep, y'all can hear me fine. Feedback, take that out, baby. Thank you. Appreciate it. Mm. I don't know why am I hiding the fact that I'm drinking.
Like you driving.
Yeah, like I'm not driving. What the hell am I? Why am I hiding
And you.
that I'm drinking? I'm at my house.
Can you get my glass of
What
wine?
they gonna charge me with? DW is driving on the influence. What's the other one? I got you, baby. Hmm.
Oh, yeah, hummus on there.
Yeah, we can bring them on. That's what we drink. Come on.
This is gonna be
Yeah, why am I hiding the fact that I'm drinking on my live channel? They got movies people drinking. I'm making.
yeah.
Still, I'm gonna take certain precautions because you
That's
never
right.
know.
That's right.
The
You
way,
said this and take that on with
yeah, certain precautions. But yeah, why am I hiding the fact? Do what I want to do on my channel. This is my channel. So I'm here, y'all. Here to answer questions. Maybe gain some insight. I know some of y'all already said in the comments, hey man, that many people that came already?
you.
Hey, send me comments, man. I can't wait for the new setup. I ain't no new setup. I ain't finna run no 10, man. I'm finna run my H, man. I ain't got the base bug. I'm glad y'all got the base bug, though. Base bug keep me in
Fix
business.
the M, baby.
Fix it now.
It fell.
It fell.
Like you moved the M.
Yeah, put my Mezio. CT Sound Mezio. Sit right there. Yeah, all these shows got a white basket. Yeah. So all of them got a white basket. You kind of thought, me when I made the video, I thought the CT Sound Mezio basket was the same with the Resilient Sound. They not. They look alike, but they're not. Same thing as B2 Audio basket. It has the same rough shape. They'll make you think of the 8, but it's actually different. And remember, go back to when I showed y'all the difference between the CT Sounds Mezio and the Resilient Sounds 8. And I said they look the same when I stood them side by side, and my wife pointed out that the basket on the Resilient Sounds is actually bigger, has more material, and it's different than the basket on the CT Sound. Well, the same thing happened with this B2 Audio. Look for questions about the subs, please, baby. Same thing happened with this B2 Audio. It looks similar to a design that's used with that 6-spoke basket, but it's actually not. It's a little different. But look at the size of this thing. This is his entry level. Isn't that crazy? Entry level. This is not like an entry level subwoofer. This is the equivalent of a Sundown SA10. Yeah, version 2. If you want to go by motor size, they didn't change it up. I think with the version 3, the motor size. But remember I told you size of motor means nothing. It's how much of that energy can you focus in that gap. How much of that energy of the magnet, which is permanent, can you focus into the energy in the gap when the AC current is operating on the voice coil? How much of that can you control? Of that magnetic field can you control to make the piston fuck? Cause that's what it's doing. That's the terminology. That's what fuck means without using the vernacular in the street. But that's what fuck means. So yeah, I told y'all I did the unboxing. So look for audio question
Yes.
later.
What's better, two 4,000 watt amps or one 8,000 watt amp?
Either way, you're gonna lose it to someone to impedance rise. So you probably gain with going the bigger amount and losing all as one. Uh, it all depends on what you're trying to do with your setup now. Now, if you're gonna run on one on each amplifier, then one sub on each amplifier, you got to gain match them. Well, you wouldn't have to do that if you just had a single subwoofer. The power would be just evenly distributed based on the own reading of the coils. So I don't know. It all depends on what manufacturer you're using too. Because some of y'all used to what's better, two 2,000, two 4,000, or one 8,000, and then I come to find out you're talking about a power acoustic amp, and that thing ain't no. They don't even make an amp do 1,000 watts. So take that in the stride when you ask that question. There. What's next, baby?
4Q class L7 12. What's the best amp for that?
Full Q class L7 Q class. Oh, Q class L7 12. What would I run? Two Falls Gate 2500 BDCPs, one on each pair. Mm-hmm.
Right here. Father.
Yeah, Falls Gate. That's what I run. If you want to go out kick, I would get two KXA 2400s, one on each pair. That's what I would do. All right.
Um, you do another video on the epicenter.
Okay, I will. 'Cause a lot of people don't know how to use the epicenter. Me and Steve, me do. it does what he does what we tell him to do. That 140 score went through the epicenter. It low hertz, so don't say it's taking stuff out. It's a bass restoration. So stop letting people tell you, man, it puts bass in songs. It restores. Restores means it's already present. Bass restoration, not bass ejection. Not bass injection, I mean. Not bass additive. Bass restoration. Restoring. You can't restore something that's already there. You gotta know how to set that epicenter though. You gotta know how to set the knobs are backwards. This is not turn everything to the right. Here, this might answer your question right here, brother. The sweep, that's your wide function. No, no, your sweep is where you want where you want your frequency centered at. You turn everything to the right though, you're taking it up because on the knob, you look at the knob, it's facing you. Okay, if it's turned to 6 a.m., that's 28. Or below if you got the PFM chip. I got a PFM chip. Mine's gonna go down to 25 as far as I need to go. So uh at 6 a.m. at 6 o'clock, this is 28 hertz. It goes all the way over to it goes up as you go to the right. It's not going down as you go to the right. And that's the sweep. Sweep is how you dial in the frequency that you want the harmonics restored back to normal amplitude. That's what sweep is, okay? Now, wide is how much past that frequency do you want to cover? So let's say you set it at 40, which is what mine is set at 39 or 38. Yeah, I think I was sweeping the low. You need it at 31 hertz, yeah. But my epicenter is set to restore music because I use my epicenter. I don't use my epicenter for music from the 90s. So I wanted to restore frequency. Believe it or not, a lot of 90s music is not low bass. It's not low bass. I'm trying to tell you, it's not low bass, not low as you think it is like they do on the day. So I said at 30, at about 38. Now my wide brings up frequencies all the way down to 31. See, my sweep is right here, just a little bit past 12 o'clock, maybe at 11. My wide's turning all the way up. So I'm restoring everything at one time. I'm bringing it all up together, not just the lows. So that's why I have a real balanced system with my epicenter. I can play, people tell I can play anything. People that heard it in person say, man, every song I play. It ain't no, I don't do no equalization in my music with my bosses. I just turn the volume now. I gotta show you I put that new high 10 radio in there, but still, I do no equalization. I just turn the volume now. Everything's set.
This is the question. 2010 extended cab S10. 212s or 210s?
210. Way back there. If you want to optimize, let's go. Well, I think the kicker 212 preload enclosure, they tuned high. Do they sound good? Depends on the music you want to listen to. Depends on the music you want to listen to. So in some genres of music, it does fine.
Is epicenter really necessary to add? Have equalizer.
No, wait. Is epicenter really necessary? Add. The epicenter and the equalizer do two totally different things. The equalizer lets you dial in certain frequencies through the speaker. It depends. Like right now, I put the high 10 radio on mine, so I think I got a 15 band equalizer, and it's got I think 30, 45, and the sub signal EQ. I don't even mess with that at all. I let that sit right there. I don't want you to take it below or under. Just leave it right there because that's my clean signal. That's how I measure my singing going out with my multimeter. Remember, I got everything set with the multimeter, but I got some stuff here my friend said I'm finna do something else just to check myself. But all my scores coming off me setting my stuff with a multimeter, the old school way before we had all these new gadgets. But I love them Steam Need devices. A lot quicker to do things because some of y'all don't want to take time to learn the math. But now the epicenter is not doing what the equalizer is doing. The epicenter is only focusing on bass frequencies. See, you're boosting with an equalizer. You're boosting. And you add a little measure of distortion. And my way of doing sound system, how I was trained when I was installing vehicles with an equalizer, we never touch the sub frequencies. Never, never. Don't add, don't nothing. You should just have to turn your volume now. The only equalization you want to do, and this is the school of thought from the '90s. I just always with my mids and highs. All the bands dictated on the equalizer that was 80 and under. I never touched them. They stayed just like this. If it was a 3 band, 5 band, I had plenty. I don't mess with them because I'm using clean power, box, and amplifier. I just want a clean signal going out. I got. I'm not, and I know what my box can do, so I don't have to boost nothing up. And then how the way I designed the box and made my customers a test and tell you everything sound good. Ain't no 33. Everything sound good. Everything. And some people I build box for a tune 38. But everything gonna sound good of the genre music you listen to, you get a box of me. Ain't no picking and choosing, I don't have to boost nothing. Why use epicenter? Because some of the figures I want to restore that I like to listen to today, they DJ Mustard and everything, whoever the quality control got for little baby music, them low frequencies, whatever. I like that feeling. Let me see if any of that was in the older music. And if it was, now the technology is there for me to play it. That's all Melvin is doing. That's all it's doing. You just gotta know how to set that thing and stop listening to people on Facebook. Go ahead.
What would you do first, battery alternator or big three wire change?
Cheapest way is the big three. Next, change the alternator. The cheapest way is a big three, then the battery, and lastly, going up in money, cost effectiveness, big three gonna see a measure of performance. Battery, you're gonna see a measure of performance. Keep increasing. Lastly, alternator. But if you can, go straight to alternator. Go straight to alternator, because when you go straight to alternator, you're gonna have to dictate the other two anyway. So the cheapest thing you can do and just see just a slight bump in sound, do the big three. Let the power flow more efficiently through larger wire. But all three need to be done so that you can so you can take 1,500 watts before impedance rise and do 140s with 8s or 12s or 10s. Why? I don't need a boat ton of power to get to 140. And I can get past 140 just by using. I can put 2 of these boys inside my vehicle. I'm pretty sure. I know I'll be more than 140. A lot more because I got more air being moved. That'll be a fact, not a fiction. I'll just leave it at that. What you say now?
Um, with everything, do you need an LC2 also, or just complementary?
My LC2i. You hungry, baby? My LC2i. I see, baby. I'm gonna be going for a minute. How long? You the one. You want to want to. Hey, I want 2 boys. I want 2 boys. I got them. Yeah, I'm trying to give you another one too. You look good too over there. Hey, check this out. Hey. No, go ahead, baby. Now, I use my LC2i. Yeah, LC2i is used for one purpose, and I love audio control devices. But some of the technology in some of the big tier 1 companies, you don't even need an audio control device, i.e. Kicker. Some of the Kiki IQ amps, and I even think the KXA amps. You can take your factory wiring from your sub signal, whatever factory wiring you use, and you put it right into the amp. Well, audio control device, that's what it's doing. It's taking your factory wiring signal and it's turning into RCA. Some of the larger top tier companies, i.e. Kicker, they incorporating that technology already into the amp, so you ain't got to do that. Remember, they're a tier 1 company though, so this is they'll do things. Even though I'm loving B2 Audio, B2 Audio is not a tier 1 company right now. They pockets are nowhere near as big as Kicker. You feel what I'm saying? I know they're gonna make it though, because Now I'm just gonna tell you, y'all know two brands I love for sure. I love Kick and I love B2 Audio. I'm believing in these. I'm really believing in these subs. Serious. You can call me if some dudes go, oh, he's a brand prostitute. Well, it is what it is. So I can start bitching about this too then. Uh what I was finna say, what I was saying the other day. So you taking the signal in the audio control device, you're taking the factory signal and turn to RCA. Some companies are putting amplifier, putting it inside the amplifiers. Now once in my LC2I, goes from there, and also the audio control device is gonna give you 5 volts out. So you already got a strong RCA signal going out. That might really actually be 4.6, 4.8, but they're gonna round it up to 5. So you can get a stronger, if your radio head unit RC voltage is 2 volts, you're gonna get something stronger coming out using the LC2I. So it has its advantages there, it also has its disadvantages as well. Now, my LC2R also enables me, since it's control of, it's basically a line output converter, but also a line driver. It's taking the high and turning it to low, gives me the ability to have a remote gain on my amp. Because now it's controlling my remote, enables me to have a remote gain on my amp, aka called the bass knob, because wherever I set the amp at, based on the AC, the voltage coming in is amplified from the AC voltage going out with that remote gain knob, because that's what it really is. It ain't no boost knob. I'm able to take my amplifier to what the max power it can do and down to the less it can do, because it's set with a multimeter, or you can be set with a Steve Me device. That's the benefit of the audio control device on factory wiring. But some amplifiers come with this stuff built already in, so you don't have to worry about that. Y'all bear with me, man, because I'm gonna have to read these jokers, and my eyes are not the best, not for reading. Not at 49. I'll be 49 this year, y'all. Okay, question about the Panda 8s and the Mezzi 8s. Which one hits harder and the better subwoofer in your opinion? Between the Panda and the Mezio. You know I do not do better. I do not do better scenarios. I'm just going to relay my thoughts on both subwoofers, and you have to decide, okay? It's been a long time I had them Pandas. The Pandas hit very, very hard, and they were very loud for the power they're on. I remember that was that was one of my high efficiency woofers too, and very clean sounding. Very, very clean. And the Panda sounded very, very clean. It was not as a punchy sound as the Mezio. Now I know about the Mezio sound. The Mezio sound is punchy. It is geared toward SPL, not so much sound quality. In my opinion, the Panda sounded better, but also the Panda wasn't geared toward all out SPL. The Panda was geared toward SQL, where the Mezio is geared toward SPL. The Mezio and the Brazilian sounds in the same, these two here are in the same category as far as they're geared toward all out brute force SPL. This is supposed to be the equivalent of a Sundown X8. Let's go to a Scar ZVX8, Brazilian Sounds Gold 8, Toro Tech Force 8. The Panda is not really in that league. The Panda, I don't know if I can't remember if it had 2-inch voice core or 2.5, but I know what I was reading about it and what I deduced about it. It's more to the SQL side. I'm gonna give you a mixture of both. So you need to compare that comparably like an SA. Cosmos Audio, no, the Cosmos and the 2.5-inch voice core. All the 2-inch voice core, so what was the Strato, CT Sound Strato 8, Fallsgate, P28, something like that with the 2-inch voice core. Give you a little bit SPL, a little bit SQ. So you can't really compare the Panda and the Mezio. Because they're not in the same league. And there is no better scenario. One like selling one application, the other couldn't. Okay, getting the increment Judge 15. What would you use in amp power? I don't know what the vehicle is, so I really can't answer that question. I've only built for the Criminator once, and there was some 12s. I haven't built for the Judge. Very impressive looking sub. And what amp power? I know it's not very. I don't know about the efficiency on that subwoofer, but I know They're known to have no insane amounts of power because he makes a beast amp in criminal that I think that 4.1 something like that is huge. Uh, okay, now I got 91 that went on. I've seen your videos on that 10. What do you think? Recommend anything else that's louder or better than 110 or 112? Yeah, 115. But you actually go become a king, brother. That's monk. Just make sure that whatever you use, if you're gonna go up in size, do you have the necessary volume to either run it correctly or even optimize it? If you're gonna choke it, stay where you at. Say that again, y'all. When you go up in size of a subwoofer, I would say somebody want to get this ride 10, and then he was, man, I like the output so much, I'm gonna go to a ride 12. First question they ask you, it's gonna be a large box. Can you run it correctly in the boxes? Correctly is the boxes recommended by the manufacturer. That's correctly. Optimize is the MB enclosure. So if you have the space to get it correctly or optimized, yeah, go up in size. If you don't, stay where you at. And just keep playing with the enclosure and just be like, this is all I can do. That's why in my setup, I know I can go 2/8 or 4/8. That's all I can do. I can play with different ones, get increase the corner by going square, different things. But pretty much they all gonna be within the same 138, 141 range with the power I want to run, the optimization I want to use for what space I have. Can I go up in size? I could. I wouldn't go up in deepness of base. My high, I can put 210s in there and then be high. Well, I got a way to put 210s in there, but I ain't decided if I'm gonna do it yet. I gotta take the back panel off. I gotta figure out. That's like I just I ain't into all that kind of modification stuff. I ain't into all that. So I like one of my 2/8s at. Okay. What do you think of our dynamics coming in subwoofers? I didn't they sound quality drivers. They sound quality drivers. But I built a box for a guy who might be in the comments for two audio dynamics 2508s it was. He had a mega cab and I'm not he might comment when he sees this video later. But he had a mega cab and he had a box builder, very known box builder. Very, very known, respected box builder, designed him a box for 410s and it did for all dynamic. And he said, man, just this thing is just not hitting. So he said, man, I want you to design me a box. You got to make a cab like I do. And he's in California. And he said, I want you to come and I'm gonna come get it because I did the kind of work he do for high end people that want cardio inside Lamborghinis or RVs, whatever. He travels and they bring the vehicles. He don't even advertise. This stuff is spread by word of mouth. He said, I want to mess with you, but I want you to build a box. So I said, man, because when he used them audio dynamics 2508, what was I believe it was it 2508s. So I built the box for him, and he might comment. He might see this, might comment later. He might be on there now. Like, oh yeah, yeah. And now he said, now my doors and stuff moves. So he went from 410s to 410. The point I'm trying to make, he went from 410s in the same space I had to what I told him to do with 2/8s. He said, now man, my doors moving, the back glass vibrating. I was like, and you couldn't get that with 410s. Even if I could give you some loudness, but he wanted the lows. He wanted the lows, and that's what I was saying. Just because it can fit in there, that doesn't mean what you should be running. You should run what you should run, what you can run correctly for the genre of music you listen to. I listen to real low, deep bass. I take space to make bass. Another MBE facet. Don't let no boy keep telling you, man, you can get deep bass in a small box. MBE we don't need talking about. All right, it takes space to make bass. Whoever moving the most air is gonna be the loudest. Okay. I have two comp. Y'all still there? Oh shoot. Oh man, did I just spill this on my any more questions? Am I still on the show? I hope I ain't lost y'all on the show, man. Cause I can't see none of the am I still there? Oh I am? Okay. I'm just trying to make sure. I'm trying to make sure. Oh shoot.
Oh, I am? Okay.
Okay, here we go. Looking for 1215E. Looking for 12 or 15 was looking into sundown B2CR wanted to shake the houses. Any of those you name would do get good. Shake the house, you get the right box. You didn't name nobody that wasn't okay. Yeah. So let me see. Y'all still hear me good? All right, good. Baby, you go over there and disconnect that, cause I want no feedback.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the echo. Yeah. Just unscrew that thing. Yeah, well, they got a sneak peek at them 15 just then. I showed didn't think about it. Right there, baby. Just the screw, the wire right there. Well, yeah, you gonna, yeah, no. Undisconnect the wire on the box, baby. The speaker wire. Ooh, Lord, brown blooded, baby. That black Barbie. Oh, look how she looking at me. Let me shut up before I mess around me sleeping on the damn couch. Huh? Clamshell sub gonna give them power sound louder than one single sub, giving the same amount of power. Other videos can mean how isobatic load affects sensitivity. Okay, you got isobatic load is not necessary today. The subwoofers have the motor force and the X max to achieve a given SPL. Now, isobatic, you take two speakers, you put them together. You increase the moving mass, you double the motor force. Because they're counting, they're helping each other stop and accelerate. You get no transients. No losses in transit. It's accurate. No lag. It's just, bass starts and stop on a dime. Sounds great. You're only gonna get the output of one of them in the same box. Oh, in a larger box, because you put two together, you get the half in the box. So you get a smaller box, ported box, sealed box, whatever. More accurate response. Start and stop on a dime. But if you're using a ported box, you're still gonna have that group delay. You're still gonna have a little lag. You ain't gonna be here with the ear. If you like hip hop music, you need a ported box. But if you're using a ported box, even though it's gonna be accurate, it's gonna sound much more detailed and accurate than one of them in a larger box. That's it. It looks slick. There's no need to do it today. There's no need to do it today. Why? Buy two subs and only get the output of one. With the accuracy, you can just mess with the ported box or the sealed box to get the response you want. You're gonna get the same output. So you're gonna buy two to get the output of one. So what's the benefit of it? There's no benefit today. It just looks slick. But if you was to do it today, people that know bass, especially all my MBE people, would say, "Oh, you just had two, and you just wanted to run it because it didn't make no sense to do that." Research and then you find out, and it really makes no sense. I know I spilled my moon. Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Total mess.
mm.
Total mess.
Okay, lithium versus AGM. Lithium, if you can afford it, it's a better source. It just costs more. But ain't nothing wrong with AGM either. You can be feeling good. You know I am. Why not? Price for square Q class seal box. I don't discuss prices on here. You got to get at me. You got to get at me. You got to shoot me a message thread. That's what's up, boss. Ricky, lithium is more versus dry. Yeah, I would say that too. Lithium is more competition. AGM, if I would say that, hey, you like that, man. Like that, Steve Paul. You go lithium, you really trying to compete. You trying to maintain a whole lot of amperage. AGMs, easily accessible, do it yourself, DIY. So, yeah, you're right, Steve Paul. I like that, man. Thank you, man. Oh, my son, yeah, he's still running DB Drive Neo. He wants to switch though. He wants more output now. He wants more output. Uh, he don't know when to back down on the volume now. He burnt one up. Just kept. He's 24 years old. He don't understand. Just because your radio has a, and I'm his dad. Just because it has a bass button, and it got it, and it get, and you thought it got louder when you pulled the bass up. You was not doing yourself no justice. So I finally told him, you blew the sub. What happened? You need a seat lift, so you can go and get one of these big boys up under there and get past the Neo. They loud for what they are, but you used to them now. You 24, you got years of living. I got a lot more hearing damage I can do to you, son. But you need to get,
Great parenting.
you need to get you a seat lift. Cause when he want them B2 audio rampages now. I want that. He used to be he was a sundown for he only reason why he didn't go to sundown here is because he didn't want to lift his seat. He see him down. I said, see how they make a Neo? He said, nah, but I won't pay that 300 price when I can pay your price. I said, okay, all right. But so then after that he said, yeah. And I talked to him. He said he's gonna get back, go get his sundown X8 because he got a pair of sundown X8s too, somewhere in something down in his little apartment. So he said, after he getting them rampages, now he waiting for them to come back and stop. He finna get them. He finna buy two of the rampages, man. Yeah. Do you have a website with pictures of boxes and prices? Nah, I got my Facebook. I do most of my business here. That's why my number's there. You get to talk to me when I don't, make sure ain't no confusion. You're going to get what you pay for, you know? And then you get to ask questions. Sometimes I get people to ask me questions, they won't talk to me. But I got to go through that because I got to know that's the only way I'm going to get box builds. And I build boxes for a living, you know? Clean music, YouTube, Pandora. Ain't no clean music on YouTube. On Pandora, I guess, based on your phone, but ain't no clean music on YouTube at all. Play YouTube music at your own risk. How hard you think I can push my comp key round ones? I'm pushing CSA and I wanted to push hard. I have a custom box tune. So I don't know. I don't know your setup, Michael Kumar still can't. What's the best type of box for a trunk? What's the best type of box for a trunk build for a car? None. No. Okay, yeah, there is one. You need to cut a very, very large hole in your back seat and go with a fourth order. And when I say large hole, if you had a proper design fourth order, you cannot use that 12 to 16 square inch port area. Not in the fourth order. You need your ports need to be looking like what I be putting on my horn enclosures. The horn like a horn mouth. So that's the first option. A huge hole. Huge. Not 10 by 8. Now I'm talking about you got that much trunk in them old schools and y'all want a trunk build car. You need to imagine your back seat with about 22 inches and 12 inches cut out. Yeah, no, so when you can't even your back gonna be stooped like this because there's a big old hole in there. Yeah, yeah, and then the back gonna go 15 to 18. Make it a fourth door. That's the best box for a trunk car. Other than that, you gonna have rattle. You can put killer mat, down mat, hush mat, the PE mat, your bedroom mat, the dog piss mat. It don't matter what you put in there. When that cell go to pressurize in that trunk, they still gonna rattle. Some of y'all love that. I hate it. Ah, the gorilla in the trunk. You can kill it, the gorilla. Stop selling tickets to the zoo. I hate it. Only way you gonna do that? No, there's another option. Old schools, you know them seats hook up. They didn't really have the kind. You could pull the seat up in them old schools. Well, if you would have somebody crack that seat and cut you a vent so you can get some of that bass out, you still gonna be able to have a fourth order. That's the only thing you can do, man. You gonna have to seal off the bass. You gotta stop the bass from getting inside the trunk. I got a friend named Nard, man. Man, we finna put some 15s inside his vehicle, and he just, man, I'm gonna start a trunk rally. You ain't gonna start that. I tell you, you ain't gonna start that trunk rally. Not especially on one of my boxes. You gonna get that trunk rally. You gonna get that gorilla, man. Godzilla and gorilla in the trunk. For real. Yeah, cause how you gonna get the bass out? That's the main thing. How you gonna get the bass out? It gotta go somewhere. It's just bouncing all around there. The best type of box for a trunk build for a car is no box. No. What are your top 5 A's for 2020? 2020, we in 2022, bro. 5 years ago. What's wrong with you, man? What's wrong with you, y'all? Top 5 A's. Top 5 A's. Kicker. B2 audio.
Yes.
Sundown X8. Mm,
Hmm.
mm.
Yes, please.
Uh. Dang, man. Toro Force 8.
Mm. Okay.
And I ain't had it yet, but I want. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna like that Diesel Design 2508 when they get parts in stock, and I can get one of them. Yeah, yeah,
Mm.
yeah, yeah. Well, you got resilient sounds. What's on the table? They good. You said what? Top five. I say this is good. I can make it sound good. I can make this sound good. Very, very good. Love the performance of it. Drop a number need a 15 box. There ain't no dropping on. I just told you I do not discuss box prices online. Some of y'all here, some of these people here watching, man, they ain't all loyal subscribers and followers, man. You don't think for a minute I think I'm loved by 14,000 people. No, man, come on, man. Be for real, man.
Next.
Toro, budget speaker. Yeah, it is. With very surprising performance. Toro is very underrated. They very underrated. Yeah, good measure performance. What's the best sundown setup for my 2500 BDCP with a 3820 burst sheet? You have to, somebody I don't know your vehicle. That 2500 BDCP 3800 is gonna do almost twice double down dynamic. It can push two X12s, two sundown X12s. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, easily. Got that Scar 15 slapping, huh? Yeah, I hear you, baby. I need a box made for 215. Charles Young, I need a box made for 215 Q powers. I'm gonna tell you what you need to do. You need to go to your nearest Sam store and go over to the waste disposal unit. Get you get you two large garbage cans. Put one Q Power 15 in each one. Man, them subs don't even come with TS parameters, man. I'm sorry. I love all subwoofers, but I hate it. They don't even know what the sub do. And you can't find a TS parameter on a Q Power sub. You want a
Mm.
box made for them, trash box. Find you the nearest trash box, throw them motherfuckers in there, man. ASAP. Yeah, but that's the one sub that I know Conan King does not make equate. Man, you can take a CT sound 6.5 and be the Q Power 15. I can't. I promise. No, man, please stop it, man. That was funny. You need a box. Baby, Q Power 15 cost. This is the real funny part. A Q Power 215 box charge on the subs cost at the most. If and you got gypped if you paid this $65
I
a
said
piece.
47.
Bro, you is not finna get a box from me. If you had the price of both them subs, $65. I said 65. My wife said 47. 65, 130. I ain't building no box for no $130. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Call me what you want. I'm overpriced. He did whatever they be saying. Whatever they say. Hey, you will not get no box from me for two 6.5s. For a single 6.5 for $130. I'm sorry, man. I ain't cracking that song for $130. And they got shit, man. Come on, that shit to you too. No sub, man. No sub. I'm being 100 with you, man. Yeah, he said, look at Bruce Cobb. No bass, DB. You laughing too. Q Power? Come on. All right. I ain't gonna bash. I'm gonna bash Q Power. Don't y'all ever tell me about no damn Q Power. You can't find a TS Brown on them jokers, man. He said no bash. I'm sorry. You right. I ain't supposed to bash. I bashed them. I bashed them jokers. Shot. Shot my hobble. Charles, trust, brother. I ain't trying to single you out, man. Just get rid of them subs, man. Get rid of them subs.
ASAP.
ASAP. Go to Scar. You can get you some decent. Go get you some Scar ZBR 15s. You'll be a lot better served, bro. A lot better served. Uh, okay, Brian. Man, I know Brian. Yeah, you in there. You in there, Brian. You on the list. I remember your name. How much
Mhm.
anywhere between 8 and I should have been. I don't know. So you got to get me in the text message, man. We get just have a run out there, man. Don't y'all be calling me about nothing. I'm finna start up this consultation fee.
Mm-hmm.
I'm finna start this
So your
consultation.
time is what wasted. We got a
Yeah,
lot on the schedule.
yeah, no okay. You want to talk to me? You get 15 minutes. You get how much? 15 minutes for what? How much? $25?
We working on it. I said that.
Yeah, we working on it. We gonna work on this so you can mention because the numbers for box building. It's phone, and the numbers strictly for box building. That's what it's for. And I get questions on this sometimes.
Challenge
I help my
communication.
customers.
Mm-hmm.
Now my customers, my customers tell you once you become a customer, you can ask a question anytime you want to. Before you get your box, after you get your box, call your related question. Your customer for life. You got a question, ask me. If I don't get to you here, they gonna ask me on my phone, and they gonna know I'm gonna answer it. But most of my videos answer the question. But some people, man, they just wanna, I guess, talk to me. I don't know why. I don't know why. Oh man, well man, I ain't nobody, man. I ain't. You think you see good in me is Jesus. That's what keep me in line. You know what I mean? But that was the numbers for box, but I'm definitely gonna do this consultation because I see a lot
Mm-hmm.
of people need help.
Yep.
No, I have not built an interchangeable port for an enclosure, but it's a great idea. You definitely can do it with a slot. You can do it with either kind of slot or aerial. It's easy with an aerial because you cut a bigger circle out, put the port there, and you can make it a 4 inch or a 6 inch. You're going for SPA, you're going to increase it. You're going for SQA, you might shrink it. Yeah, I've seen interchangeable ports. There's a box out a design somebody named Decaware. He actually got a fourth order. It works. It works. I built it a long time ago. Well, actually, you build a box and it's got your port area. I mean, your it's a 6 inch area on the one I built using his theory. And then I built another box that on this side I can slide it in and out so that the seal chamber looking like this tin box right here, right? It stayed the same. And I had this tin in the box, and then and then I would be able to pull this box to get the response I want for my porta section. So I could move the slub closer and have one cube here, two cubes here, and as I pull it back or pull it forward, I'm changing the response inside the vehicle. And I found that work. Now you say, man, is it airtight? Well, while you moving it, you do hear a little air because you try to make it as tight as possible, but you are going to hear some air around the seams. But once you get it right where you want it to be, then you just screw the seal section into the box where it's at and just caulk the edges of the box inside the box, and then you got your perfect fourth order. Now that's a design I might work with somebody who's got a single eight or a 10 because it makes a relatively large box. You got a seal box, relatively small seal box, and then you got another box built that goes around that on one end you insert this box into, and you're able to move it back and forth. And as you moving it back and forth, you're gonna change your frequency response because the ported section is under your control. It works. It does work in theory. You just gotta know how to model the seal section for the sub, and that's a fourth order I would design. I would build for somebody. It's gonna be costly though, but yeah, because that enables you to figure out what to make your fourth order as musical as possible. Because the business of a fourth order is extremely louder than a ported box, louder than a sealed box, but only within a small pass band. When I say small, meaning it doesn't play as flat as a response with a peakiness is supported, or as wide as a response with no peakiness with a seal in a listening environment. But a fourth order, normally you get 10, 15 hertz that a significant increase. And if that's what predominant music you're listening to, like say 28 to 42, you good, right? All right. Uh, hey, MB ain't lying. What you say? What you say this dude say? Hey, MB ain't lying. He built a bot for my 15 minutes. He told, hey John, you want to talk? Or do you want me to build your bot? I can do it. I still laugh. I said, yeah, yeah. I just be trying to help. Man, some people say, man, I'm short. I've heard that. I'm short. I got a lot of people trying to get to. After I build so many boxes, 9 a week, unless like this week kind of messed me up. It was freaking cold out there, man. Too cold to be out there. Even in my little shed, man. I can't keep the heat there. So I got to build this weekend. But because of that, when I build and I get them out, then I get more spots and I take orders. See, I don't just keep taking orders, taking orders, taking orders. That's why people say, man, he ain't answering the phone. You hear them comments, this, that, another. Because I got to get something out. I keep my line where I want it to be. So many people ahead of so many people. And I stay within this margin for myself. I gotta get so many out so I can take so many in. So as it continues, the line don't never go down. I keep it manageable. The line don't never go down. They go in and go out. Go in, I go out. So that's why I'm kind of short. I want people to, when I talk to you, I'm asking you a series of questions, repetitive, and I'm listening to you. Sometimes you listen to what you're saying, I'm building a box. And I got my wife, man, I'm dealing with a saw. I'm dealing with a saw. I can get my finger out, man. I need my finger. You see my wife? I need all these fingers. I need each and every last one of them. Y'all, but
Stay on top.
stay on top. Stay on top. I looked over there and got off top because them tights, them yoga pants. All married men love yoga pants. I love the yoga pants of my wife. Let's keep that clean. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Okay, here we go. Where was it before I got off on myself? You're pretty custody free. I have 2 kids. Oh, where was I? Okay. I talked about it. Do you know what the SD is for the Sundown Classic 12? Mm. Sundown put their parameters on their website, brother. Mm. Most SQ subs don't take much power, but seem to be louder on the 800 watts. That's a true statement. I love them. I'm finna be building a box for a couple for some Fallsgate 22 15s and 16s. And then I think he want the 15 box, but he want them in each individual chamber. So it's gonna be 2 ported boxes built together as one. Yeah. What is your opinion on the dip bounce 8-inch apocalypse that came out a month ago? I have no opinion on the subwoofer. I have not heard. I'm not that dude. I hope y'all respect that. What do I think about? What is your opinion? Okay, the 8-inch. Okay, let me tell you this. The 8-inch arena is growing. Solid. The growth to the 8-inch arena growing is Jacob Fuller, Sundown. Jacob Fuller, Sundown. Took H to a whole nother level. Now everybody wants an 8. Everybody want a good 8. Some people want a good 8. Some people just want an 8 for the money. And I'm not gonna tell you what brand is that because that's badge. Some people just want the money, but every 8-inch subwoofers are small, they're compact, and the performance is there even on the not high into performance as the rest of them is more performance than what we were seeing in the 90s, early 2000s. So my opinion on dip bounce coming out with an 8, they make subwoofers. From a money standpoint, they want some of that 8-inch money. They want some of that 8-inch money. So that's my thoughts on that till I actually hear it. I haven't heard no dip bounce up. And some people say, well, some of these people send subs out to people. Yeah, I don't think that, like I told you, I don't think they're gonna send subs out to me because I preach about efficiency. So they might think I'm hurting them. But I'm eventually get around a lot. Man, so a lot of subwoofer manufacturers out there. But they don't, this YouTube channel don't pay like y'all think it's paying, man. It don't pay me anyway, man. I ain't got that many subscribers. And I think because I don't say the things that everybody say, I'm giving y'all the truth, I don't go into the algorithm that much because I'm not recycling the same old like watching CNN. Recycling the same old. So because I'm not giving you that, they're not gonna put me high. You know what I'm saying? My channels are organic. I love the fact that my very organic. I mean, think about it. Jay Home, I reached out and contacted them, talking about his B2, the B2 Audio Rampage 8s, and I wound up buying them subwoofers. From that point to this point, I liked them. We didn't develop a relationship. Uh, so now these subwoofers are coming to me because they B2 Audio ain't afraid to be preaching efficiency because not only they amplifiers and they subs efficient, they mids, everything they do, they about that. But some brands, I'm not gonna be, man, F that dude. That's exactly what they gonna think. Like some of my naysayers. F that dude. Why? Because I'm not preaching the same old that everybody been preaching. I'm preaching the stuff that got the top tier countries still here today. And some of these fly by night companies won't be here. Kicker's still here. J Audio still here. Fallgate still here. So they don't. He's not worried about me preaching efficiency. Kick ain't worried about me preaching efficiency. So when they see me study to put on the channel, it's promotion with them. Why? Because they know we gonna be here. He gonna be here. So it's only logical they got in the arena. When I'm gonna have to buy, I'm probably gonna have to buy their box. So I doubt they send it to me. It's cool. Cause my reviews are always that Rampage. I paid them $640 for that sub, man. I paid that money. I paid them $640 for that Joker. This was given to me. Everything that was given to me, I give it away. That's how it's supposed to go. It's given to me, it's given away. I bought that Mizio. These guys not gonna send me no subs. They most likely a lot of manufacturers watching this channel on a different name. But they just want to see if I ever gonna bash their brand. I'm not gonna bash nobody's brand. They want to see what I said about their brand. Because here you honestly get an honest review. And then you talking with somebody with a sub that once I get the sub, something that pique my interest, I actually build a box for it. I ain't just unbox review and then put the sub in the same old box. 8, 10, 12. Oh, he built a box for it. 15, 10. He gonna build a box for it. You get to hear it on this channel. You get to hear it. Put your headphones, you get to hear it. Get to hear it and see what it do. See if he really can make boxes sound good. Most of my subscribers think, man, this dude can make anything sound good. Y'all done heard me play anything, but I ain't made them boss 8 sound good yet. I remember them jokers the other day, boy. I can't make them jokers do nothing, man. They right up there with Q Power, bro. I can't do it. I can't make them jokers. Man, them jokers couldn't hold a note if I wrote it and taped it to the dust cap. They couldn't hold a note. Man. Terrible, boy. Woo!
Not bad, huh?
Why inverter afford the box? If it's too small, if you had your box made for B2 audio, ride 10 with a displacement of 0.13, and then because this subwoofer has the same cutout as the XFL, or no, that's Super Max 10, got the same cutout of the American base, but its displacement on that one is 0.17. So now you're seeing a 0.04 decrease in box volume. You can counteract that by taking it out and invert it. But remember, when you do that, the box got bigger, the tuning got lower, but the port area also decreased. The port area might not be commensurate with the volume that's inside the box now. So when you invert, your tuning gonna go down. You might put the subwoofer inside the box, no chuffing, and invert the sub, and all of a sudden I hear a little noise at the port because the box got bigger. The tuning went down, but the port did not commensurate for that. So you get chuffing. Looks slick though. Sometimes I build boxes for people who wanted me to build a box with the sub out. You say design about the sub out. I like to run the inverter. I want to show the magnets out. I'm not paid all this money and nobody can see the magnet. I got you. I got you, man. I heard that.
4 minutes and we out.
4 more minutes.
2. It's
2.
9:58.
Oh yeah, Q Power makes 8. They sure do. They sure do. Yeah, I'm out there. That match sub. Ronco 16. Yeah. Why you ain't get it? You want me to get it? You want to try that match? Yeah, I'm gonna try it soon. I mean, you said, can you make a video on what brands have SQ, and SPL? B2, Kicker, Sundown, Falls Gate, JL pretty just JL, all of them. All of them got all 3. Any reputable company that has enough brands, they gonna have all 3. Now, if what an audiophile might have considered Sundown SQ line actually SQ, okay? Because when you go into the sound quality line, not only do your subwoofer have to be up to par, your amplifier got to be up to par. When you go to sound quality level, I want you to look at Kicker, for instance. Kicker got their IQ amps. If you get too cold for you, I'll stay down here, baby. Cause Kicker got their IQ amps and then they comp Q subs. That's once you go sound quality, not only your subwoofer have to be up to task, your amplifier got to be up to task as well. And then when you start paying a significantly more price, higher price, you start seeing more AB designs than you see Class D, because you want accuracy and no loss of the signal. I'm not a real SQ guy because I don't want to talk about something I really don't know. Like I told you, I'm an SQL guy. I want it to sound good, my understanding of sounding good, which is I will admit is layman. I'm not a true audiophile, and I want SPL, but I'm not shit. I know, you know what I'm saying. I know what I'm saying. I'm not going in the SPL lane doing bass wars and all that old stuff there. I'm not that. I'm gonna mix you of both. You gonna look inside. You gonna hit my vehicle. You gonna look in. If I had a trunk car, you'll see a box in there. If I had a truck, it could be under the seat. My nice highs are gonna sound great, but I'm not over the top. I'm balanced, and that's what my channel is about. The balance. The balance. That's why I like this bringing out these. That's a man B2 audio. Man, let's go through all this ride. One subwoofer at a time, just showing the performance of these subs. Because they're affordable. Yeah, I agree with you. Matt's been here for a long time. A lot of a lot of manufacturers are going to. Like, I'm gonna tell you something. At one time you could not find Memphis Audio, baby, online. But now you can buy Memphis Mojo 8 in Walmart.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Sundown started that whole vibe. And then Kevin followed suit with Scar. They both they said they cut the middleman completely out, man. We're going straight to consumer. That's a good and a bad thing. That's a good and a bad thing. Some people say they heard the car in the industry. Well, it might have in the beginning. It know a lot of audio shops were upset, particularly when they said when Kicker, the thing they got mad with Kicker is why Kicker put the Kicker products in Walmart. They put their entry, they put one line of their products in Walmart. You cannot buy a Solar Bear, a Q Class, a L7R, L7T, a CVX, a CVR, a Comp. You can't buy none of that shit out of Walmart. At all, period. You can't. They put one line in there. And I told you why they did it. So, what question I was talking about? Why they, what was I talking about when they did it? I forgot what I was doing it. What question I was talking about?
Don't quite remember. Let's see if
Well, man, I forgot, y'all. I'm probably getting tired. I'm old now.
it's an O2 though.
It's sundown. What was I talking about? And Matt, yeah, what's what I'm saying? A lot of yeah, Matt. No, I'm talking about Matt.
Oh.
A lot of companies. Let me tell you something. Crossfire was around with Kicker J Audio, and Crossfire was in with Kicker J Audio, and Fallsgate was doing their thing in the '90s. Crossfire is still around today. Matt's been around for a long time, at least 20 years, man. So what's the problem? To make that next step to get out of tier three, and some people want to stay loyal to a limited. They got a certain crowd that they want to stay with, and they don't want the big market exposure. Stereo integrity. That's they two totally separate companies, but the owners work together in designing product. Stereo integrity. Some of y'all don't even know about it. It's similar to Sundown, working way smaller boxes. SQL. Uh, but in order to get to a broader audience, you want to stop doing the things you've been doing and open up more lines and spend more money. If not, you're gonna stay a tier 3 company forever. Who wants to stay a tier 3 company forever? And then you gotta look at this thing in the business. You gotta come out with a superior. Some people just in it for the money. They know they fly by night. They gonna make enough money to take care of their family, and then they'll be gone. Some really believe invested into the car industry and sound as a whole. They like sound. They like making a good product. You can use Sundown for instance. Jacob puts a little research and R&D into his product. Well, I bet you can use Jay Home. He puts research and R&D into his product. He offers different lines. He understands the challenge of what he's got to get out of the tier 3 to get to the tier 1 level. Kicker, J Audio Fallsgate. By him sending me this, doing stuff like this, well, think about it. Well, if a representative from Kicker would talk to this guy and put his product out there, stands 3, I need to do the same thing. Because I'm trying to get that money and I make a good product. You see what I'm saying? So Mats do make good stuff. There's a lot of brands that make good stuff, but they got to get their exposure. And get the exposure, you got to be willing to spend that money. And you got to come up with different lanes. You can't stay just in SPL. You got to take that hit so you can get that long bread if you try to do something for your family. I love cardio, but also at the same time, I realize this is a business. I'm at 49 years old. I ain't on no fanboy time. That's why I tell you ain't no perfect subwoofer. I make any of them sound good. I do like ones I favor, lean toward. But I can make any of them sound good. There is no perfect subwoofer. This ain't no fanboy. I ain't get no check from nobody. Well, I will be getting your body. Be honest with you. Of all the brands I have on this channel, I got a promo code with B2 Audio. So yeah, if you buy a B2 Audio product or anything on the site, stop that. And close the video on that. Or anything off that site. Big 3 power wire. He got all kind of accessories, wire loom, speaker wire, amplifiers. The Audio Depot is going to be your first source for B2 audio products. And you can use that MBE code, MBE B2. Use that. Maybe in certain times of the year, you get even more, maybe more of a greater percentage off. But yeah, when you buy a B2 audio product, yes, I get a percentage now. But I do love B2 audio. I mean, I paid $640 for them woofers, and I love them. And now we got a relationship. You got a relationship. So you know your naysayer is going to say, oh man, they're getting paid by Kicker. Now you're getting paid by B2 Audio. I ain't getting paid nothing by Kicker. I still like Kicker. Okay? Maybe they'll give me a promo code too as well too. But I got a promo code with B2 Audio. I'm loving it. I love their product. I can't wait to put this in the box. And just here saying, I know y'all eagerly waiting. Y'all eagerly waiting one thing, ain't you? The free air test. I want to hear it too. I want to hear this thing free air. I want to hear this thing free air. Cause remember when I did the free air with the Rampage, how quiet it was? I just want to see is this gonna be that quiet? This basket is not the SAF technology he got on his Rampage. And from the Rage XL up, is that SAF basket, smooth airflow technology. This is not that basket, so I'm thinking I'm gonna hear a little noise here. That's what I'm thinking. I'm eagerly waiting. I know y'all eagerly waiting, man. We want to see that free air test. I want to see it too. I want to see what they're gonna do too. I want to see what they do, how it gonna sound. FS of 34, it should be a beast. But anyway, thanks to y'all supporting the channel. Thanks for coming. MBE is now finna go off the air. I'll save this thread so I can see this question later, and I will see y'all next week, and we will have a giveaway next week. I know some of y'all is gonna got to be this boy here. I don't know. I might need to play with this 2 weeks, man. I gotta put it. I might need to put this in 2 different boxes. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm stamping them off the. I'm stamping them off the face of the Rampage. So I might need to put it in 2 different boxes so make sure I ain't put my foot in my mouth. But I doubt it, man. I looked at the specs, modeled it already. If you can make an 8-inch sound, if you can make an 8-inch, do what it's doing in my application, that's a large truck, man. That is a large truck. That's a lot of cabin, man. I got more cabin space than some cab tunnels out there. That's a large cabin. It 2 of them pressurized that cabin to 140 dB at 31 hertz on less power than what they rated it. And the 8-inch is an inefficient design. Just by itself, it's hard to get them jokers to play low. Credit to engineer design. It's hard to get an 8-inch to play low, period. And with authority. So if you can do that, that's why I say if you can do that, some companies don't even make, they don't even go, they make 1/8 and they leave it alone. They make 1/8. They design engineer 1/8 and they say, man, I ain't nothing with that. And then some companies say, nah, I'm gonna show you something. And they take that much energy into that 8. You give them a larger platform, it just get easy. It just gets easier. It just gets easier. It just get easier. That's why I tell people, y'all like them 8s. But if I had a bigger application, what you think I'll do with some 10s or some 12s? Imagine my Tahoe that I get for the end of this year in the 15 I'm gonna put in there. Imagine what's gonna happen. Just imagine 40 with 8s on 15. What are you gonna on 1500 watt? What you think I'm gonna do with 215 that I pick and I choose and put in the MBE? What you think gonna happen? 150s. I ain't gonna put I'm gonna just be quiet. I know it's hard to get a 150. Boy, it's hard. The people say, man, I had a cousin say, man, you did that one. People talking about 145 and 150, but you doing 140 with 8s. My boy Nard told me that. I said, man, let me tell you something, boy. A 150 is hard. Oh, if you got a vehicle doing a 143, you twice as loud as me. Twice. When you get to 146, you 4 times louder. At 149, you 8 times louder, arguably 10 times louder. So don't take. When I say 150, I know what I've done in the past and when I was in my 20s, and what I can do, what I've done for other people on their setup. But I believe in efficiency, sub, and box. Imagine what I'm gonna do with 215 that I pick. Woo-hoo! Later, y'all. Peace, man.